Welcome to the virtual sharing session by Media Aku Tahu. And let me introduce my name. My name is Tony. And today, for the next 1 hour, I'll be your host in this sharing session. Aku mau terima kasih dulu ke semua partisipan yang udah mau join ke virtual session ini. We hope you all learn something new and improve your soft skill or even new skill for the future. For the reason why I speak English for today, because it contains about our theme today. It's about maximizing LinkedIn profile interviewing skills for Gen Z. Let me introduce you to our moderator, Florencia May. Hello, Florencia May.
Hello, thanks, Tony. So, hi everyone. My name is Florencia May, and I will be today's moderator and as we all know, today's topic for sharing session is maximizing LinkedIn profile and interview skills for Gen Z. Special for today, we have an amazing speaker that is from University of Melbourne, Australia. Wow, majoring in information system. She is currently staying at Singapore, right, Miss Lenny? So, hello.
Yeah. Hi.
So,
Hi,
how long have
Florence.
you been staying at Singapore?
Saya di Singapura udah berapa tahun ya? I think 17 years.
Wow. Kalau dari yang kita tahu, Miss Leni ini kan kerja di LinkedIn ya. She is currently working at LinkedIn for Talent and Learning Solutions team. And before that, she is an account director for almost 4 years, right? Yeah. So
Yes.
She has been working for 13 years in Southeast Asia, such as Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So she has expertise on recruitment, business development, sales, talent acquisition, human capital strategy, C-level engagement, consulting, account management, wow, and employer branding, and also stakeholder management. So without any further ado, let's welcome Miss Leni Wijaya.
Thank you, Florencia. Thank you for the introduction. And hello, teman-teman semua di sini. Really happy to see all of you. And of course, thank you to Media Aku Tahu untuk invite-nya ke event ini. So I'm really happy that I can share di sini. And maybe before I start juga gitu ya, mungkin aku mau nanya satu questions dulu nih. Ya. So di sini teman-teman ada nggak yang punya LinkedIn gitu? Kalau punya LinkedIn, kan since the theme for today is to maximizing your LinkedIn profiles, so I just wanna get some responses. You can actually click on the reaction below atau di chat gitu yang udah punya LinkedIn siapa. So kalau misalnya udah punya bisa taruh kayak jempol di sini, kayak di screen kalian. Let me see the gallery view ya. Oh, okay. So many of you already have. That's great. Nah, yang nggak punya nggak apa-apa. That's why we are here today, right? Untuk belajar dan gimana sih memakai LinkedIn dengan baik dan benar. Dan benefitnya apa. Dan apa sih itu LinkedIn gitu. So, dari sini mungkin aku bisa langsung ya, Florencia ya?
Ya, biar langsung bisa mendapatkan ilmunya, informationnya.
Siap. Oke, kalau gitu aku share screen ya. There you go. So can you all see my screen? Ya, so nama saya Lani Wijaya yang tadi udah di-introduce sama the great Florencia. Thank you so much. So basically saya orang Indonesia, tapi udah di Singapura dari umur 11 tahun. Jadi of course, my Indonesian is not that great, tapi aku berusaha untuk berbicara in Indo. Jadi kalau misalnya ada campur dikit, mohon maaf ya. But if you have any questions, just drop it in the text. So we can, at the end of the session kita bisa bahas ya. Kalau ada yang tidak mengerti atau mau di-expand lebih dalam. Okay, so I've been in LinkedIn 6 years. Ya, udah 6 tahun, tapi previously I was a recruiter. Ya, jadi aku dari recruiter kira-kira 7 tahun as a recruiter sebelum join LinkedIn. So di LinkedIn aku lebih fokus ke focusing my client di Indonesia supaya mereka bisa memakai LinkedIn Solutions untuk meng-hire, meng-attract talent, dan juga retain and develop talent. Jadi in a sense that I become the advisor untuk company di Indonesia. Nah, kalau di LinkedIn ini 6 tahun kalau kerja di LinkedIn ya, katanya kalau udah 3 tahun ke atas sudah jadi dinosaur. Jadi I've been in 6 years, so because in the landscape in Singapore apalagi ya banyak banget namanya competitions dan juga the talent landscape is very agile. But I'm so happy that I'm in LinkedIn karena aku mendapatkan purpose di sini. So if you have any questions about purpose-driven career, you can ask me later juga. Okay, so first of all, I want to share more about what is LinkedIn ya. So basically 17-18 tahun yang lalu kita di LinkedIn diciptakan mempunyai visi. Right, visi and mission, visi and misi, gitu. So visinya itu kita mau create economic opportunity for every member in the global workforce. So kita mau memberikan equality to every single person in the world, so they can be connected with any person in the world juga to become productive and successful. So that is our vision. Okay, so of course the vision is our true north, jadi masih ongoing, right? Nah sekarang at the moment kita ada sekitar 722 members globally. Nah sebetulnya sih di Indonesia udah 18 juta tahun ini. Right, so especially during the pandemic, starting last year, we see an increase, right? I think more than 30% increase new joiners, yeah, creating LinkedIn profile, and especially students yang belum lulus, dan juga fresh graduates and everybody, right? So we want to help these members. All of you here, so you can find your dream jobs. That is our goal juga, right? So of course, in the platform, because it's a real-time platform, we're actually a big data platform, enables you to connect with a relevant hiring manager atau enggak relevant friends that in the same industry. Dan juga kamu bisa connect with companies yang kamu mau kerja di situ. And the platform itself not only providing you with profiles, tapi kamu juga bisa apply jobs, right? So there's a lot of jobs in LinkedIn right now in Indonesia aja sekitar 20 sampai 25 ribu openings. Right, so if you're here looking for jobs, if you're here looking for career progression, so later on I will show you how you can get there. Okay, so kenapa LinkedIn data itu penting banget? Karena LinkedIn also kita voted as a #1 trusted platform in the world, right? So our data and our members is actually our number one priority, right? Jadi kalau misalnya ada yang fake profile atau fake jobs, right? Our team trust and safety team akan menginvestigate, ya. So maka dari itu kita invested a lot of resources, right, and time to make sure that our platform is clean, trusted, right? Because we want to help members di LinkedIn supaya mereka can achieve their career goals. Okay, so as you know, the current trends. So I'm gonna share more about the trends first, ya, teman-teman di sini, because right now we are living in a unique time whereby everything is changing so quickly, right? Dan juga banyak banget hal-hal baru, right? Jadi kita harus mengerti gitu loh, around us itu lagi ngapain sih, apa sih yang baru, apa sih yang akan not valid anymore. So with this, So this is actually what you see is our report or predictions combination from LinkedIn data and Microsoft data. Right, as you know, LinkedIn is owned by Microsoft, our parent company. Jadi kita combine data kita dan ternyata kita prediksi using our historical data that from last year till the 2025, there will be massive new jobs opening requirements, right? Although when you see here, kalian pasti bilang, ini kan semuanya tech position gitu ya, not relevant for me who is in finance misalnya, or who is in oil and gas, or who is in HR. But that's wrong. Actually, all these roles is actually related to every single function. Okay, kenapa? Karena semua company are currently doing transformation, digital transformation dari setiap function, right? So jadi as a HR person, we need to understand how digital HR helping the team in HR to be more productive and more efficient. If you're in finance, you'll be using tools atau enggak platform supaya kamu bisa lebih cepat kerjanya, right? So all of this you need to understand about cybersecurity. You need to understand how to analyze data from that platform, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so it's really important for us to always be learning. And also, this one dari World Economic Forum ya teman-teman. So this is the recent report from World Economic Forum dari last October. Ya, mereka bilang kalau these are the top 10 skills of 2025, right? So it's not long time ahead. Ini masih 5 tahun ya. So much things can be done in 5 years. So if you see this, ini semua posisinya nggak relative to function, right? Bukan HR manager, bukan finance manager, bukan software engineer. Ini semuanya we call it transferable skills, which is soft skills. Right, so ini yang paling penting guys. Jadi kalau kamu mau pindah dari industri A ke industri B, atau enggak kamu mau pindah dari function A ke function B, these are the skills that's really important for you to have, ya, supaya bisa mendapatkan perpindahan itu to be successful. Now, di LinkedIn Data juga kita bisa menggunakan LinkedIn Data ini untuk identify in-demand jobs, right? So, untungnya ini in-demand jobs ini semua public ya. So, we do a recent kayak research and predictions last year. Terus kita bisa lihat kayak according to datanya di LinkedIn for the past 4 years, kita lihat jobs apa sih yang in demand, yang dibutuhkan oleh semua companies in the world. So because we have like billions of data points, terus kita memilih top 10 ya. Semuanya di sini software developer sampai graphic designer, financial analyst. So because we want to help give back to community in LinkedIn, so we put this publicly, and also kita memberikan free access untuk belajar ya, using LinkedIn Learning. Right, so you can actually see the required skills. Kalau misalnya teman-teman di sini mau jadi software developer, you can go to the opportunity.linkedin.com ya, ini for free semuanya dan kamu bisa belajar. Nah, so there is no impossible in this world anymore. Yeah, so definitely something that kita bisa take away in this session adalah access to free courses. Okay, now going to my second session will be the profile itself, right? So pasti teman-teman pernah dengar ya kayak your network is your net worth gitu. Tapi apa sih itu gitu? So mungkin aku kasih cerita dulu ya ke my success story. Kenapa? How I get into LinkedIn. So basically sebelum di LinkedIn kan aku jadi recruiter ya, jadi aku sering banget connect with people di LinkedIn, udah itu meet up with them over coffee, terus growing my network, communicating or sharing article di LinkedIn. So there's one guy who I never met before on LinkedIn, cuman connected lah ya, saya di LinkedIn first degree. Jadi dia reach out to me saying that, hey Lani, I see your profile that you're actually Indonesian and you're doing this, you know, LinkedIn is actually hiring for Indonesian representative gitu. Terus aku yang kayak, oh okay, I didn't know that kalau di LinkedIn itu LinkedIn ada office di Singapura, right? First I don't know that. Terus tapi because of this guy who I never met tapi kita connected, dia introduce saya ke HR di LinkedIn dan the rest is history, right? So I'm actually working at my dream jobs. Yeah, so that is one story that you know, your network, if you're building it on LinkedIn, you can get this type of opportunity. So, kenapa sih harus punya branding di LinkedIn gitu? Mungkin teman-teman juga pada udah attend so many workshop about personal branding, professional branding. Jadi you already understand sort of like what is branding, right? Tapi kalau aku akan sharing di what is the branding importance in LinkedIn. Okay, so do you know that 9 out of 10 recruiters and hiring manager will look at your LinkedIn profiles, ya kan? Jadi sebelum kamu apply, sebelum kamu dapat interview, right? Dia bakal googling your name, right? They will see siapa nih gitu. Jadi make sure that your profiles on LinkedIn is standing out. Yeah, like a diamond in the sky, shining like a diamond in the sky. Okay, now if you want to exercise, do simple exercise juga boleh, ya kan? Kamu bisa ke your mobile phone and then you try to put your name on a Google search, terus itu kamu bisa ngeliat apa yang resultnya apa aja. Okay, if it's not suitable for that, if you're not happy with the result, do something. Okay, so that is why we are here to explore the opportunity how we can improve our LinkedIn profile. Okay, and let me start by improving your profile first, right? So once you have a LinkedIn profile, how can we actually engage people on the network? So I'm gonna log into my LinkedIn. So if you are on desktop or on mobile, right? So when you log in, the first thing that you see is actually a newsfeed, right? This one. So if you have your profile, go to the profile page, me here. So we go for, kita mulai dari profile dulu ya. So make sure that your profile is complete first. Okay, so make sure that you have your pictures. Di sini penting banget ya. So according to our data, profile yang ada picture-nya itu 19 kali akan lebih muncul di search. Ya, jadi harus ada picture, tapi picture-nya make sure that is headshot, right? So they can see your face, your eyes, your smile, your warm smile, right? Kenapa picture also very important? Because as you know, people will judge. Yeah, I know that we say that don't judge by the book by its cover, but a lot of people do. We just human. We're just human being. Okay, so make sure that your profile, your picture is quite clear. To see who you are. Jadi sendiri aja, jangan ngajak pacar, jangan ajak family, jangan ajak your pets, ya, just you. And then at the backdrop here is actually your backdrop that you can change. Okay, so di sini kamu bisa put any pictures that resonate with you, right? For me, I like to travel, makanya aku taruh Labuan Bajo backdrop di sini, right? So after that, make sure that you have your full name, ya kan? Maksudnya yang benar gitu ya, jangan kayak si buta dari gua hantu, atau kamu mau pakai dari Instagram handle gitu ya. Don't do that. Just use your real name, okay? And then there's this new features last year baru di launch. Make sure that you record your voice gitu, cara pronunciation nama kamu seperti apa. Jadi orang yang misalnya dia nggak tahu pronouns, dia bisa dengar dulu, oh oke, gini toh caranya, gini toh panggil kamu, right? So this is actually all free, you can do that. And then di bawah ini ada kita namanya headline. So headline is also important. Kenapa? Karena kalau kamu connect with someone, yang muncul adalah your face, your name, and your headline. Right? Jadi making sure kita membantu orang yang kita mau connect tahu siapa kamu. Yeah, so for me, yeah, my title, okay, and I'm in sales. Jadi aku taruh sales, and I love data, and then I love to travel. Jadi istilahnya dalam satu sentence itu orang tahu siapa saya, gitu kan. Now, making sure that your location is correct, is important because companies or peoples will want to connect with people yang di same area misalnya. Jadi dia bisa search pakai lokasi. Jadi lokasi kamu mesti benar. Kalau di Jakarta taruh Jakarta, kalau di Surabaya Surabaya, Bandung Bandung. Okay, and then there's this open to, ini very important, like open to work. So if you're looking for jobs, make sure this is you turn it on. Okay, so for me, I open to work for this job title. This is lokasinya. I'm open to remote work. Start date-nya flexible gitu ya. Terus kamu bisa pilih sini. Nah, udah itu there is another options di bawah. Whether you want to show all your network that you're open to work, jadi ada circle hijau di situ, atau only recruiters. Jadi kalau orang recruiters yang hanya bisa melihat informasi ini, ya, nggak semua member. Okay, so it's depending on what your goal are. Okay, cool. And I'm just gonna discard this, yeah. So if you already have experience, you want to provide services to people, you can also click here. Atau kamu kamu mau you're entrepreneur, you're offering businesses, then you can put it here as well. Ya, jadi orang bisa find you quickly, right? And so on and so forth. Ya, so there's a lot of new features di sini. Nah, kedua adalah yang about ini very important juga. So make sure that you have a summary of you, who you are. Ya, since I'm in sales, jadi aku lebih promoting LinkedIn. Ya, LinkedIn Solutions, what I do, right? And also a summary of my experience. So I've been working about tahun ini 14 tahun sih, ini belum diupdate. Making sure your LinkedIn is always updated ya. This is also a reminder for me. Jadi kita harus, aku kasih tahu gitu experience aku berapa tahun. And aku expertise-nya di mana. Dan juga making sure you put like a little bit of personalization, like aku enjoy networking, gini-gini. Jadi orang kalau melihat profil saya, dia Silani sukanya gini-gini dan dia expertise-nya di sini gitu. Simple. You don't need to write so long, ya, nggak perlu panjang-panjang juga. Okay. Terus the featured ini juga baru, right? Baru 2 tahun. Jadi you can actually highlight konten yang kamu pengen semua visitor profile kamu tuh lihat gitu. So you can actually add atau you can edit di sini. Kamu bisa add post, articles, links, or media upload. Ya, so teman-teman kalau misalnya dari fresh graduates atau mau nyari internship, kamu mau record your video, CV, resume video, sekarang kan lagi trend, ya, record one and then you can upload it di sini juga, ya, it's gonna be a good engagement too. Oke, terus dashboard ini, nah kamu nanti ikutin aja sampai all star gitu. So kalau if you're all star, you're set to go, you're good, right? But you can also find out who view my profile, your profile. Jadi kalau misalnya ada someone that viewing your profile and that someone is actually working in a company that you want to work with, connect with them, right? Because they already know you in a way, kalau udah ngeliat ya, jadi kamu bisa connect with them. Nah, kamu juga bisa tahu berapa yang lihat posting kamu. Right? So, posting itu related to activities. So, kalau di LinkedIn, kalau kamu punya profile tapi nggak aktif, itu percuma. Ya, you will be like a ghost. Okay? Jadi orang nggak mungkin find you anyway. Jadi percuma, mendingan nggak usah pakai LinkedIn. Right? Tapi kalau di LinkedIn, kamu tuh harus engage with your community. Kalau aku bisa lihat ya, jadi kalau aku see all di sini, ini aku bisa lihat Lani's activities, all activities-nya aku bisa komen tuh, even the president Microsoft, right? Aku bisa connect with all C-level yang penting-penting. Aku bisa engage with my connection, like I will following some Neo in Clubhouse. Terus kalau articles itu artinya yang kamu tulis kayak blog. So if teman-teman di sini suka nulis blogs, ya taruhlah di sini. Jadi semua orang bisa membaca blogs kamu. Karena kalau kamu nulis berarti kamu kayak showing your personality, right? So it's really good to help the future recruiter or future boss knows a little bit more about you. Okay, excuse me. And then and then the post, kalau post itu yang kamu post di nanti aku kasih lihat ya di mana. Tapi itu kayak kalau kamu di Facebook kan ada what's your thoughts gitu kan, posting ya, itu semuanya ada di sini. And then of course if you have a document you want to share with your network, you can put it here. So whatever that you share, your activities, itu akan all your followers will see. Right, so di LinkedIn itu ada, kita tuh sebagai community ya global community. Jadi kalau kamu punya community, misalnya aku tahu is actually a media community, nah LinkedIn is bigger, right? So that means a lot of people here are mereka juga pengen bantu gitu. Kalau ada orang yang minta bantuan, pasti ada yang bantu, right? Nah, kalau kita lihat ada yang harus dibantu, kita juga bisa ngebantu, right? So it's all about building that safe community. Maka dari itu kita juga bisa mendapatkan potential connections yang kita bisa build dari situ. Dan siapa tahu in the future, you will get like opportunity kerjaan atau enggak bisnis. Okay, now we go to the experience section. So some of you may not have experience because you're fresh graduates atau masih sekolah, nggak apa-apa. Kalau yang masih sekolah, kamu bisa taruh volunteer experience kamu, atau sekolah kayak klub-klub di sekolah kan ada ya, your activities. So bagi yang punya experience, make sure that you state why that you're working in this position. Okay, because I'm actually sales ya, aku pengen menjual what I'm actually doing, my goal ya. Jadi if I connect with potential customer, they will know aku tuh kerjanya apa, right? Nah, jadi istilahnya do not list your job description di sini. Yeah, you got to spin it, right? Because if you're in finance, a lot finance analyst, for example, pasti semua job scope itu sama as a finance analyst, right? So how can you spin it is by sharing your achievement. Right, as a finance analyst, what did you do? What is your contribution to the team, to the company? Ya, ini salah satu critical critical experience writing di LinkedIn. Oke, jangan terlalu fokus di job description because everybody has the same job description, right? Tapi achievementnya kan beda-beda. Okay. So going down, you will see the licenses and certifications. Yeah, so this is three-dimensional, right? If I learn something new, like for example, every month I learn something new, I will update it on my LinkedIn and certification. Okay, so if you go to LinkedIn Learning, semua coursesnya once you complete, kamu dapat certification, right? So this is very dynamic, right? So jadi kalau potential employer atau potential partners, they want to see who you are, they know that oh you're very agile, you learn every day, and so on and so forth. Jadi make sure that kamu update LinkedIn-nya terus-terusan kalau udah belajar apa, udah dapat certification apa. Okay, and then skills development, skills and endorsement is also penting, right? So kamu bisa update up to 40 ya kalau nggak salah ya, 40 type of skills, right? Kamu bisa taruh sini, terus nanti this skills also important karena when recruiter search ya for skills, ya LinkedIn algorithm bakal matching gitu. Oh, these are the people yang punya skills A, B, C, D gitu. Dia nanti langsung keluar di recruiter search-nya mereka gitu. Jadi kalau kalian mau dapetin kerja, making sure that semua skills, keywords di profile ini ada. Ya, nah terus kalau kamu mau improve your skills and get a badge, take the skill quiz. Okay, so di sini ada banyak nih, ada industry knowledge, ada tools and technology, right? That means lebih ke hard skills yang ini. Once you have the test, ya ini tesnya nggak lama lah, paling 15 questions, multiple choice. If you pass this, you will get a badge. This badge will help you to get notification ke recruiters. Ya, jadi definitely do this untuk get found. Okay, and also the last but not least is the recommendations. Is very important to to show and highlight your skills, right? So don't be shy to ask recommendations to your ex-boss atau team lead atau teman yang udah pernah kerja bareng. Right, nah ini penting banget karena your future employer bakal ngelihat juga gitu, apa sih yang people say about this person, right? So if you ask recommendation tapi mereka nggak respon, nggak apa-apa, kamu bisa nanya lagi, siapa tahu orangnya sibuk gitu kan, kamu bisa message mereka, or you can ask for recommendation di sini. Ini manage, ask for recommendation, it's very straightforward. Okay, so do you have any questions regarding this page? Florencia, mungkin bisa dibantu tentang profile.
Kalau tentang profile, ada dari Lutvania Andriana Unhas ya, dia ada nanya, saya izin bertanya biasanya cara meningkatkan personal branding selain melalui profile juga dapat melalui postingan LinkedIn. Bagaimana tips strategi memilih konten atau postingan yang efektif untuk bisa menampilkan postingan LinkedIn? Lalu menurut Kaleni, apa hal-hal do or don't yang membangun personal branding kita melalui LinkedIn?
Okay, thank you for the question, Lutvania, ya. Great question. So that will be bringing me to my next section, actually, how to build a professional brand. So for now, profilnya kita ceritanya udah create ya. So next-nya apa gitu. So next-nya go to home ini. So once we have profile, because profile is really important. Kenapa? Kalau kamu mau sharing, pasti orang pengen tahu ini siapa sih Albert, siapa sih Lani. Dia pasti klik ke profile tersebut, right? Maka dari itu, number one is building a profile. Once you get that, how to get out there. Right, because tadi yang aku mention di Indonesia aja kita ada 18 juta orang gitu, and you are one of the 18 million. So it depends on your purpose. Purpose-nya apa? Kalau di LinkedIn tuh harus ada intention, ya, jangan ngasal gitu. Jadi intentionnya misalnya kamu mau jadi thought leadership. Ya, so thought leadership itu berarti kamu mau orang-orang di network kamu tuh memandang kalau your content itu always dibaca orang, always useful, insightful, right? Jadi istilahnya kamu jadi thought leadership in that particular topic, gitu ya. So now, first of all, semua LinkedIn tools di sini is very useful, right? So you can actually start a post kalau misalnya kamu tahu kamu mau sharing tentang apa. right? So if you want to share about leadership, you can click leadership. Menurut saya ini gini, right? Terus udah itu kamu bisa add hashtags atau kamu bisa tag someone that you feel that leadershipnya oke banget gitu ya. Jadi tag itu seperti sama lah ya kayak di LinkedIn, kayak di ada social media platform. Aku bisa tag this person, so that itu akan men-spark connection, men-spark engagement. Yeah. So if you are offering help or if you are celebrating occasion, you can use the features di sini. Right. So LinkedIn algorithm works like this. Okay, so if you are, because our algorithm, our AI will be based on our behavior. Ya, behavior kita. Jadi kalau kita sharing tentang yang tadi hashtag leadership, terus kita suka tag someone that di LinkedIn algorithm akan works wonder. Kalau misalnya engagement kamu tinggi, itu your content akan di-push ke relevant orang yang juga following leadership, right? And also if you are, setiap konten yang kamu lihat di newsfeed ini, kamu like, kamu komen atau share, right? Machine learning-nya akan belajar. Oh, lah ini tuh suka konten-konten kayak yang McKinsey ini gitu. Terus, aku suka konten-konten tentang teknologi gitu ya, tentang hybrid workplace. Dia akan di-push gitu. So now the question is, what happen if you don't like the content, right? Kayak misalnya McKinsey ini, it's not actually my interest gitu ya. So if you see the content that you're not interested in, go to the 3 dot here, ya. Udah itu kamu boleh, I don't want to see this, atau enggak kamu report this, right? Atau unfollow, right? So kita mau memberikan control to you. Ya, to all members of what they want to see, what they want to follow, what they want to learn. Oke, jadi jadi penting banget kita mindful kalau di newsfeed kita. Ya, jadi jangan semua konten kamu like. Ntar kamu nggak dapat konten yang benar-benar impactful for you, right? So how we can share content that we want to you like is by following konten-konten yang kamu mau, ya. So you can also go to the LinkedIn news di sini. How we want to make sure that the content is real, right, and trustworthy. So we have a editor team. Ya, so our LinkedIn editor is as big as CNN. Ya, kita mau make sure that the content semua di sini stay truth not. Jadi you can find topics di sini and then you can share it. So for example, if you go to the this content, you can actually click share here. Udah itu kamu bisa share the post and you say why you sharing this. You read the article, terus udah itu kamu lihat kenapa kamu sharing this. So building back to the questions, right? Building your branding is not overnight. Ya, what I meant is setiap hari kamu harus update, mesti konsisten gitu. Nah, konsistensi ini based on the topic that you really care about gitu. Jadi dari situ kamu bisa mendapatkan relevance follower dan juga orang-orang bisa reach out to you to ask more about what you are sharing about, and then the engagement mulai dari situ. Ya, so kamu akan mendapatkan branding kamu sendiri.
Oke, next ada dari Citra Tri Ayuning Tias. Dari Citra ini dia bilang kalau aplikasi LinkedIn-nya mendapatkan notifikasi yang bilang kalau suatu perusahaan itu lihat profilnya, tapi dia tidak pernah mengenal perusahaan tersebut atau nggak pernah apply atau mencari tahu atau search tentang perusahaan ini. Jadi apakah hal itu dikatakan profil LinkedIn-nya menarik dan dari segi apa? Apakah dari segi keyword yang ditulis pada description atau hal lainnya?
Yeah, very good question. So this is more how recruiter find you kali ya. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit demo on what companies are using ya. So basically kalau most of companies itu dia bisa do recruiter search di sini ya kalau dia punya solution recruiter. Nah ini subscription basis sih. Cuman I'm gonna show you a little bit how it works. Jadi kamu bisa tahu mereka tuh kalau lagi search orang tuh seperti apa, right? Tapi Citra, thanks for the question. Itu semua yang kamu bilang adalah benar dari keywords, titles, lokasi semuanya ada. So for example, I can start a search di sini, right? Aku bisa search apa aja, search new recruiter search ya. So as recruiter dia punya akses ini ya. So basically ini akses ke seluruh datanya data di LinkedIn ya, database LinkedIn. Misalnya aku bisa langsung search dari lokasi. Makanya ini aku bilang filter ya, making sure that lokasi kamu benar, right? Jadi kalau di lokasi Indonesia currently ini ada 15 juta orang. Ya, 15 juta orang. Terus misalnya kamu job title, data analyst. Data analyst, right? Jadi LinkedIn tools akan search semua data analyst di Indonesia yang currently punya title ini, job title. Ya, so jadi kamu ada 5.000 orang, right? So jadi if you are a data scientist, you're one of them di sini. Tapi gimana cara kamu supaya stand out, right? So maka dari itu ada namanya spotlight di recruiter, right? You can see siapa yang open to work, gitu ya. Jadi kamu bisa langsung lihat semua orang-orangnya yang open to work. Right, so this is how company search. Juga ada advanced search. Jadi nggak hanya ini. Jadi if you have you're open to remote work, itu juga kelihatan. Skills juga, makanya put as many skills as possible. Jadi kalau dia lagi searching the skills, kamu muncul di search-nya. Right, terus dia bisa search di year graduation, sekolahnya apa, keywords. Keywords itu berarti semua words di profile kamu bisa kita find. Ya, and years experience, ya, maka dari itu is very critical that we have a complete profile. Karena recruiter akan bisa find you. Okay, hope that's answer.
Thank you. Dan last question ya, ini ada
Ya, boleh.
Yeriko. Yeriko tanya kalau mahasiswa akuntansi, tapi dia juga mendalami bidang penerjemahan. Jadi kan ada kedua bidang, dan itu berbeda sekali. Bagaimana untuk blending dan dua bidang yang berbeda sekaligus? Thank you.
Oke. Penerjemahan, oke. Kedua bidang itu sangat berbeda sekali. Lalu bagaimana untuk branding dalam dua bidang? Oke. Thank you, Yeriko. Tapi goal kamu tuh apa? Kamu mau dapetin kerja di akuntansi atau penerjemahan? Mungkin boleh di chat gitu.
So, is it important?
Atau mau open mic aja nggak apa-apa, Mei?
Ya.
Yang tadi bertanya.
So, lebih fokus ke satu gitu ya, Kak?
Iya, iya. So, yeah, again, right? Semua juga punya side hustle, right? I have side hustle. Everybody juga, kita juga living in the economy whereby side hustle is being supported, right? Tapi ini goalnya adalah kamu mau apa dulu prioritasnya gitu, right? Be as clear as possible. If you want to do jadi penerjemahan, then in your profile you can just I'm going to go back to my profile. Sorry. Tunggu ya, kok nggak kelihatan. Ya, I'm gonna go back to my profile. Jadi di highlight ini juga kamu bisa bilang aspire to be translator atau enggak you have experience in translator how many years, right? Terus providing service-nya jadi translator, about us-nya kamu tulis gitu, I'm an accountant tapi my passion in translating. What have you done with translating? So maybe you have a few project translator about for this company. Kalau misalnya masih masih confidential, kamu nggak bisa sharing company-nya apa, nggak apa-apa. Tapi kan kamu bisa kasih industrinya, gitu. Industri ini dan this is the result, gitu. Jadi definitely di profile kamu harus kelihatan translator, achievement-nya apa, masukinlah di experience, masukinlah di apa namanya, kalau misalnya kamu ada certification juga boleh, atau skills-nya. And if your client is happy with you, then you can ask them to write a recommendation gitu. Nangin tolong dong Pak, nulis dikit aja gitu untuk rekomendasi di profile LinkedIn saya.
Thank you, Miss. I want to say thank you so much for your time. Terima kasih banget ya Kak, udah menyempatkan waktunya. Terima kasih atas ilmu dan informasinya, pastinya sangat bermanfaat buat para mahasiswa fresh graduate yang lagi nyari kerjaan. Pokoknya bermanfaat banget. Maybe udah sebagian besar udah kejawab ya pertanyaannya dan bermanfaat banget. So I guess I have to back to Tony.
Okay, so ya kita buat summary sih ini sebelumnya thank you for Miss Lani and May for the amazing moment that we have. That was very interesting and very informative about how to profile ourselves on LinkedIn and how to face interview for Gen Z. And thank you too for Sir Isnani that already joined in this virtual sharing session too. Thank you so much. Any parting words, maybe, sir?
No, that's all right. I mean, I'm really happy to see that there are a number of participants here. They are all, I think, enthusiasts to LinkedIn and want to upgrade their profile in order to be connected with the target, especially companies, for example. And I think LinkedIn has already provided a good platform. I would say an excellent platform to connect a business and a society. Congrats again to Lani for the achievement and hope it will go even further.
Thank you untuk Miss Lani and Pak Isnandi.
Terima kasih ya sekali lagi.
Ya, thank you. Kita udah di penghujung acara. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih atas kehadirannya semuanya.
Terima kasih semua. Stay safe.
Thank you semua.